Company always on the run. A destiny. Oh, it's a rising sun. I was born, a shotgun in my hands. Behind the gun, I'll make my final stand. Yeah, and that's why they call me Bad Company.
And good evening, all. Welcome to the Situation Room. Got a few things to discuss. Terrify, run from. Let's start with the introducing my lovely panel, and then we'll go from there. I'm scared to get into these notes. I'm not going to lie, because some people might get a little aggravated. Does that ever happen with us?
Ha!
Never.
Never.
No.
We got Cobra. We got Bonsai. If Cobra's mic works tonight, that'll be it. That's the key. He has a tendency of breaking up a little bit here and there. Bonsai. We got Killer Queen. We got Melundo, a.k.a. Archangel.
You.
That's right. And we got the doctor in the house. Good thing I was here earlier. He saved me from pretty much committing suicide in another game. And we got, of course, Ghost Rider.
Boo.
Yours truly, the pain in the ass, Roy Boy. All right, so when we go through these notes, guys, let's try not to get all pissy-missy about some of the notes.
Oh, why not?
Because some of it's just plain out bullshit. You know it. Some of it's not. So, I know. We all want to go, but you know this is horse shit, right? All right, so we're going to go to the downtime and release notes. The following fixes and changes have been for yesterday, technically. The gear store, Galen Tech. That's to fix the Galen to make it actually work. Without this tech, guess what? He still won't fucking work. And you can put all the tech on from the rest of the caretakers you want. It still don't make that fucker work. Kickside couldn't make it fix it the right way, so they gave it tech to fix it. Congratulations.
Okay, so you're gonna have to take that from the top for me here for a second. What
Galen's
the fuck?
broken.
What the fuck did they break?
The only way they can fix it is to give him his hero tech.
Okay.
Are you asking what the fuck is a Galen?
Galen
I know what the fuck a Galen is.
Okay.
He just doesn't understand how they couldn't fix the unit. So the only way they could fix it is to give him his own tech early.
Huh?
That's exactly how they fixed him.
So
Painter says what?
wait a minute. So even in the single use,
No, the single use works 100% correctly.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But the ones you earn and buy, he broke it.
He broke.
So
He broke.
the single-use units, they can repeatedly claim to be testing the unit before it comes out. That's the only reason single-use things exist in the first place, because kicks are a bunch of lazy twats and don't test anything themselves. And so they put out Galen, and he's already broken before he's actually gone out. So they've just released the tech early. So
Yeah, they've done that a couple of times. They did that in the event too one time.
This is how they fixed the Galen. Released his tech.
And I guarantee to you, the tech will be broken too.
Oh no, it worked. No. I want to make this clear. The tech works. The
I'll
only
give it a
problem
week.
is, and we'll go over it very soon, is the cost of it. So we'll wait till we get there. But the cost just to fix your Galen will.
It's going to be immense, isn't it?
You got it. So let's move on to the next thing. The new blackout tech, which is killer now that they fixed it. So let's get this right. They released an awesome blackout tech. We'll go into the details about it. But unfortunately, it was broken, and they did fix it. So, yeah, we'll go over that later. But it is a kick-ass tech. We'll go over that. The Santiago Hero tech's in there as well. And more awaits for the monthly storage update, or store update, excuse me. Please note that the Hand of God Spec Op is now listed as a last chance in the gear store. Well, it's about goddamn time.
Only after 5 fucking years.
No shit. Intel bases will now spawn world map every day except during the monthly event. Wow, that's a big change. The only problem is...
It's not a big change. It's a change that, hell, even when I was running shows 6 months to a year and a half ago, when they decided they were going to change all of the Intel stuff and they were going to change all of the raid point prizes, that we said we wanted them on the map all the fucking time.
Well, you're right, but wait. Just wait till we go to the monthly calendar and you get to see what else they slammed on top of us.
Oh, fuck.
Now there's no fucking time. So we'll get to there. We'll get there. All right. So here we get into the bug fixes.
Joy.
Fixed an issue where the Sharpshooter Diamond Tech could not be upgraded to level 4. Well, from what I understand, it was never meant to go to level 4, but people started screaming about it, and they now made it go to level 4. Which I'm glad they did, because I like that 10% on my level 20 Sharpshooters with Mac Tech. Just saying. The following issues were fixed last week. An issue where the judge base would reset. We all knew about this. Tell me how many of you got really pissed on this one. Where the base would reset on its own.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still think I got robbed on that. Just saying.
Probably did.
Oh, I did 2 bases. Anybody that lost one and started screaming about not getting the base because it was almost done and it reset, they gave them 100 gold. They gave me 100 gold for doing 2 there, because they asked the exact words from Kickside is, well, can you tell me if you kill the CC? Well, the only way I can do that is go back in and try it. So I did that. So I did what they asked me for, basically test it, and I lost another one. So that means I lost 2, and I still got the same thing as everybody else.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kickside. I did what you asked and still get kicked in the ass. Thank you. An issue where the Profit Boss base would not grant out prizes has been fixed. I'm glad I didn't do them early in the morning because people were really irate about that one. An issue where... Say what?
Storm Chasers in the chat.
Oh, yes. Yes, Storm Chasers. So many issues. So many. Yes, sir. Absolutely, there's so many issues. An issue where the token bases sometimes spawn with the wrong layout. I got that one. Thank you. And I didn't even realize it until I got halfway through, got to the water, and I realized this bitch can't fly. Good job, Roy. Good job. Yeah, wrong layout. That bit me in the ass. Fixes an issue where the past Warpath trophy was temporarily replaced with one of the new ones. I don't remember seeing that one, but I'm sure it probably did happen. On Sunday morning, the game went down for 30 minutes. I didn't even know that. Okay.
I'm retired, so it doesn't really bother me. I'm just here for, I don't know.
Shits and giggles.
Giggles.
I'm the trophy piece.
It was this past weekend.
You're in the trophy piece?
Completely crashed.
Okay, yeah, I got the right one. All right, so we're going to go into the gear store. And Storm Chaser, I'm glad you're here because I just don't understand how some of this got slipped through the fingers lately. But as you can see, they released a new blackout tech. This blackout tech is a kick-ass thing. Now, what it does is it activates the power plants to go on overdrive and then nuke their area, increasing damage virus buildings by up to 30%.
It's versus buildings, Roy. It's versus buildings.
But the point is, they go boom in a big way. Big way. And I loved it, except when I went to use it, it didn't work the way it was supposed to. They did fix that now, from what I understand. I do believe. Here is the so-called pack. Now, Dr. Phil, here's your prices, by the way. Can you read that line? 300.
Fucking noises.
That's probably Socrates.
Wake up, damn it.
It's $300K for this one, $400K for that one, and $500K for that one.
That's about right.
1.2 million, and that's just a picture gallon, guys.
Yeah, that's the standard pricing.
Oh, I love how he said
Never
million.
deviated. It's a lot, but it's never deviated from the 1.2 million. It's been 1.2 million ever since Hero Tech was introduced.
I gotta ask Storm Chaser, why can't we get the basic gallon fixed to use the basic tech like every other hero?
Because there's no profit in it.
Yep, there you go.
I don't think that's it. I just think they really got that thing too hard.
I'm just gonna go with Dr. Phil said. I think they just want some more money.
I definitely am going to have to go buy that stuff if I want to use my gallon. The Santiago's in there, the Polly's in there, and the Dina. Now they removed the Dina, and they're going to put Dina back in at a reduced price.
I'll believe it when I see it.
They did it, and that's what they're saying. I am hoping I don't know if it's back in there yet, but I already have her, so she is the expert. If you do not have her, you need to get her because she's still very, very useful. The Polytech is in there, of course. It's the last chance, so you might want to get on it. And, of course, the Titanium Shield for Dina and the Shred Tech.
Storm Chaser says, as he heard it, Galen already had the functionality of basic tech naturally, so the component broke things trying to apply something it could not. So that makes sense. But what the hell? Am I hearing fucking music?
Sounds like church music.
It does.
And it was quick. Somebody. It was quick.
Yeah.
Are you praying to the Kickside God quick?
Phil muted him.
Yeah, I did. And I think Roy died. So everything's gone very quiet. So I'm going to have to do something. Unfortunately, I can't scroll through his chair. So I can't take over. Roy's fucking stuck. And we're stuck in Gear Store. So I'm just gonna go back into show mode, and I haven't done this for 6 months. So I'm a little bit rusty, so you'll have to bear with me. But I'll just have to read what's on there until Roy gets back.
See, what it was is that Socrates' church music broke Roy.
Yeah, church music broke Roy, and now I'm stuck doing this. I don't even know where Roy was. You were talking about Dina, Tech,
the Shredder Tech.
Shredder Tech, Polytech, Titanium Shielding. Oh, yeah, there goes Roy. I hope the fucking show's still going live. The show's still live, so hopefully we're okay.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm going to have to...
But the only downside to this is, I mean, you've got guys like... You've got the Shredder Tech and the Titanium Tech, both good techs for Dina, and they're still charging 800,000 bloody medals for it, and yet the tech is 700,000 bloody medals. So if they're going to reduce Dina, they're going to have to reduce that too.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go. Roy just said he froze. So I've got you covered, Roy. It's okay.
Well, Storm Chaser just said we couldn't equip everyone's Galens.
I couldn't unequip everyone's Galens. That's to be expected.
Okay.
You could basically tell them to go do it themselves, but I suppose that doesn't always work.
I'm trying to bring up the release notes too, but I keep getting the spinning wheel circle.
I got it.
Let's
I haven't
see.
done this for a while.
Okay. I'm
I should do
gonna.
it. I think I got it.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I got
present.
it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, I'll present you.
Yeah, well, I'm back on my other computer while my main reloads.
Yeah, you've been replaced.
You're the wicked one. Goodbye.
You were only gone for 5 minutes, and I already took over.
I wasn't even going 5 minutes, and I've already been kicked out.
Yeah, both me and Dr. Phil was trying to find the release notes real quick from Discord and pull them up.
Needless to say, I got to go through this PC, evidently.
Something's fucking wrong with your computer, dude. Seriously.
It only does it when I play that other game.
And it didn't do it when you were playing it earlier.
Nope.
Roy didn't get fired.
How do I get fired from my own show?
I just usurped you while you were gone.
So last year,
Dr. Phil fired him.
The last time Dr. Phil fired anybody, it didn't go very well. Right. So I've just covered the last of the gear store, so you can go from there if you want, Roy.
Actually, if you guys could read what Storm Chaser is saying, we couldn't unequip everyone's Galen.
We did. We already read that bit.
Okay, then.
So basically, go do it yourselves.
I missed a couple things, evidently.
So apparently, if you want Galen to work at all, you have to unequip any tech that you put on him.
Yes.
Until, obviously, the hero tech comes out. Or you go and get the hero tech. Either one of the two works for me. I'm not particularly bothered.
You know what I really think's funny?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Galen is still not one of my primary uses. Because
Go ahead.
I can't put two heroes in a unit. Now, we could put two uniques in a platoon, but why can't we put two heroes in a toon?
Well,
Because this goes back quite a while, actually.
So
It goes to having two heroes in a platoon would make that platoon ridiculously OP.
I don't think so compared to the unique units nowadays.
Nowadays, probably not, but back then the same rule still applied, so the same rule will continue to apply until they figure out how to get rid of that rule without breaking everything in the process.
Prime example. Let's talk about this for 1 second. Prime example. You put a DS and a Jug in a base, that's 10 times more powerful than Audra by herself. Or
Probably.
Audra with the Roland.
So yeah, you're talking about like if you wanted to put Galen in your Jug tune with Audria or something.
That would. Why couldn't we?
do it.
Or how about the main problem that a lot of people have? Adina and an Audra. You can't put an air and
Adina and Audra, Adina and a Jericho, it's the same thing.
Yep.
I want to see a ground hero and an air hero be able to be put.
That would be, in my opinion, a very good thing.
That was tabled a long time ago. It went on the whiteboard and then was never brought up again.
It went on the whiteboard and got erased.
Look what Storm Chaser said.
Make it so you could deploy one unique in a platoon if that makes any better.
No, not make it any better.
Nope.
No.
At least let us have one hero in the air and one hero on the ground. No, that would be kick-ass.
Storm, we're forward thinking, not reverse thinking.
Yeah.
We're still bitching about the fact that we don't have a second dozer. Come on, throw us a bone.
Dude, you've been bitching about that for the last 6 years. It's not going to happen anytime soon.
Everybody's presence, please. Do not bring that second dozer up in anybody's just like the ultimate BS call asked for yet.
Oh my goodness, Ghost, what have you done?
Fucking second doses.
She's trying to break the game, is what she's trying to do.
Trying.
Watch this.
Well, all we gotta have to do is have Dark Turd just fart once, they'll break the game.
And there goes Roy again.
Did he really just leave again?
Yeah, he left again.
He's going to get back on his other computer, I think.
That's a
it's finally
possibility.
up and running again. There he is.
Oh no, he's changed his account.
I'm back to my main. And yes, I've got onto the Roy Boy one and not the Situation Room one. It doesn't matter. I got power on both.
The show's still live, so right.
Brandy the show when we're at the end of the show. But let's get on to these update notes.
Storm, the second
calendar.
is not on the whiteboard.
Yeah, that doesn't. Don't worry, Storm. We're not asking for that. If you want, you can. I'll fire Brandy first.
Vacation time.
Look,
Don't fire me. I quit.
yeah. Let's talk about let's talk about this new calendar.
I've had a peek through this already.
What do you?
Just looking at this, I don't know what. I think they've gone batshit crazy.
Thank you, but you know what? There's good news on it, and I want to say this right up front. Thank you for no Warpath. I do not want Warpath to turn into a grind. By not doing Warpath this month, we get a little break. Yes.
Well, I do like how they put the hero bases on a Saturday, so that gives Saturday something to be worth doing.
Yeah, and you know what? They did that, and I like how they're rotating them. They're rotating the heroes. They're not just throwing all the heroes at once.
Yeah, one week you get Ardra, the next week you get Roland, the following week you get the Nyx, and then you have a day later on in the month where you can try for all three on one day.
I really like that. Saturday.
We heard Saturdays needed some love. Yeah, Saturdays have needed some love for several years.
Yep, and they finally have got it. Now, so let's just talk about it. We got the yesterday we had all the changes. Today we got to put up with try to handle all these changes. And now tomorrow we have Shadow Ops Off Job Phase 1 Chapter 2 begins. Corpus token bases and the 150 bases. Now listen, guys, if you go into the 150 and you see an island, stop.
Hammer time.
Do not try to
Collaborate
do
and
Roy Boy and kill the base to try and get your guys to swim across. It doesn't work.
Now I'm trying to figure out Shadow Ops Off Job Phase 1. Wouldn't this Friday actually be Phase 2? Because Phase 1 started last Friday.
Well,
Yeah,
technically,
it says Phase 1, Chapter 2. Shadow Ops comes in 3 phases of 4.
Oh
Usually.
yeah, those phases. I don't pay attention to that. It's just like every week's a new phase in my life.
well,
Storm Chaser said that should, in quotes, be fixed.
yeah, I haven't seen any more, but you know, after you told me it was fixed the first time, Knuckle Futz found one instantly right next, and he was like, "What is this shit?" And I'm like, "Yeah, da 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 da." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So I'm hoping they're fixed. I really don't want to try to teaching my guys to swim.
What, are there multiple base layouts for that thing?
What happened was they accidentally released one layout, and you can only use certain things in there. So guess what? You guys can't swim. You're screwed. And no, this is not Battle Pirates. Water is bad in this game.
Yeah, what did we say the other day? What were they calling Cerberus? Something like Superus, where he could fly or something.
I'm not exactly still thrilled with him, but that's just my opinion. All right, so we got then the 4th. We got the hero token bases and the judge base.
Judge. Don't
Now,
have that yet.
anybody that hasn't got the judge, I faced several judges now and have still not failed in that base. Storm Chaser has seen one of my techniques against that judge personally. It's still one of those units. It's nice to have, but because it's going to make somebody have to speed up their attack and not give them a lot of time to think. But it's something you still cannot expect to protect your base if you're offline.
I'm a personal believer. It's better to have it and not need it, and then to need it and not have it.
Exactly. It's exactly the point. So then we go back to the 5th, the profit bases. So if you do not have the elite parts, I guess you get another shot at them. I thought they were over with and done with, but I guess this is how they're giving out medals. I really think they should have did like the squadron bases.
Yes.
Well, I'm giving them kudos. I mean, they, you know how they say, like, you know, this is a one-time only base. They said that when they came out with the hero token bases, it's only this one time. And then they said it the other week with the judge bases, it's only this one time. Maybe it's one time just to see how it plays out. This is how they're testing it live. And then if it goes well, then they continue to roll it out on the map for us. I mean, maybe it's just, instead of them doing the testing, we're, as usual, the guinea pigs.
Yeah. As Storm Chaser said, the judge is not a solution to everything, but it is a pretty fun to use and applies pressure to permit sniping attacks. I'm gonna let's be honest. It is a good unit, but it's not a base saver. You really still need to have a good base. You know, and if you don't have a good base, I don't care if the unit's in there or not, you're going to get your ass kicked, period. So take a couple hours, fix your base, think about the other units that you're going to put in there, but you really need to think it through. It's not just something you can dump and expect to go.
Well, he says the demand was overwhelming for the bases, so they brought it back.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, it really was, because a lot of people in the middle of Warpath did not want to stop and have to do that. Warpath was a grind for some. Some people had very good luck. Other people had no luck at all. Some people hid themselves so well it was scary. And when he did appear, he appeared in bubbles. Seemed like he bubbled himself an awful lot. I'd like to know how he did that.
But yeah, it's awesome. You know, we all said last weekend was just way too much on us. I mean, there was a lot on the maps and things to do. So the fact that they're,
I think it was
by keeping these bases coming out for us, I think it's great, because I mean, like we all said, it was just too much, and you really had to pick and choose what you want. Is like, do you warpath? Do you hit these judge bases? Do you hit these hero token bases? Where do you want to invest your units, especially for non-coiners? Where do you want to invest your units damage at?
Well, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest on this. The situation last week we had Warpath, then the judge bases, and then the hero token. By the way, adding that on top of that felt like a kick in the nuts to me. I mean, we were busy as shit as it was, and then to throw the hero token bases at us too, I was just like, oh, fuck this.
Well, in the first of this new Romero Shadow Ops started.
Yeah, and that's enough. And then one of my guys goes, "How am I supposed to get this done? I'm only able to barely get Warpath done." I said, "Focus on the Warpath. We'll worry about Shadow Ops. We have a couple days afterwards."
You've got 10 weeks of it. You've got about 2.5 months. So if you can't catch it in the first week, you've got 9 other weeks to grab it.
Yeah. Well, it's still, let's be honest, it felt like a kick in the damn nuts to have so much thrown at us at once. It really did. But then again, we kind of asked for this. We asked for the weekend to be a little busier. That was, I think, on the extreme end.
It would be nicer, though, if the units would actually set to repair once we set them to repair.
Yeah, that's a problem that's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Check your repairs before you log off. And then right now, I recommend screenshots with a timestamp, because some units really having some repair problems. I know a couple people had complete tunes that didn't repair for over 12 hours. I kind of had something that didn't repair, but I didn't really need it right then and there today, so I wasn't worried about it.
I had to keep logging in the Kickside site and check mine every 4 or 5 hours, and I had the resources.
Yeah, one of my guys, he uses phalanx a lot, and he keeps them in his PvP tune. Well, on average, a full dead tune of phalanx should be 4 hours?
Mine's 2 hours, 15 minutes.
And Iron said that his didn't repair on either one, Facebook or Kickside.
He doesn't have his tech center matched yet, so it's still at the halftime of 4 hours.
Yeah, and even at 4 hours, it should be a problem.
Yeah, well, 4 hours it shouldn't be a problem, but because it wasn't repairing, it took him like 12 hours just to get one tune repaired.
Well, that's the one that didn't repair today. I got 6 tunes of Fairlinks. I ain't gonna lie. I've showed it several times. One whole damn tune did not repair today. Kind of frustrated, but it was the only tune that was damaged. So to me, that I could, I overlooked. I didn't even bother sending a ticket. But,
yeah, one did tune like that's not a bad day.
No, but when Iron messages me and goes, nothing fucking healed, and I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, nothing healed since Warpath. And I'm like, that's a problem. That's a problem.
That's a fairly big problem.
Yeah, because that's been done with for the better part of a week now.
Yep. Yeah, 6 tunes of Fairlinks. Why do you think I like them so much? I got 3 that in PvP and 3 that are not in PvP. They just they kind of do my raids, my not my. They'll do my raids. They'll get me my Thor. They'll get me. Well, that's basically it. They may, I'll help use. I'll get to use them for other people. But yeah, 6 Fairlinks.
I have whatever 91 Phalanx can make into tunes.
I do not have 98 total, but you know what?
No, 91.
I don't have that much time on my hands to have 91.
Hold on, I'm loading my game again. Sorry that it's not already loaded due to my freeze. I'm in the 80s. I might have 90.
It's because during the events, at one event when I was doing the faction track, that's all I could get. It wasn't like I was getting anything else. It was just Phalanx after Phalanx after Phalanx. I mean, I wasn't even buying them. I think about 20 or so of the Phalanx I own were just given to me off of the units in the event.
The Eastern Horde base is which Eastern Horde base?
How much do they get you in Eastern Horde?
I don't know what he means by that.
Neither do I.
I'm with Sam Stone. Like he said, I'd like to see Siege bases come out because I don't have Elite Siege yet.
Well, from what I understand, they're supposedly, I thought they were supposed to come out this month, somebody told me, but in the last event, that you really couldn't use your Fairlinks too much. It was more of a technique event, more a hit and run.
It was a tactical event.
There was much more tactics. In previous events with the spiders, when they first came out, I could use the shit out of them. Now I can't. And I don't want to either. I'd rather have a tactical event where I have to pick them apart. That's why I was giving such big kudos to you guys about the event. The event was you had to sit, analyze, think, see what you could pick apart, eat it up. It was an awesome, awesome event. It wasn't just throw your Fairlinks in and eat the base. So I was so much happier with this event than the events I've done prior that were like that. Right now, built, I'm going to be honest. This is how many I have built, not how many I can have. I can have 99 Fairlinks. I have 85 built right now.
How many?
85.
Hey, not too shabby.
Let me, I'll turn my screen share on because everybody knows I don't care. I don't have anything to hide. Never have, never will. Brandy, you're going to have to actually present me.
Okay.
As you can see, right there, black and white. Let me zoom in a little harder here. Right there. Did you present me, darling?
Yep.
Hopefully it shows up. There we go.
Everybody.
It just takes time.
Yeah, you're in YouTube now.
Yeah, I have 85 built, and let me show you what I'm talking about. I have in PvP 1, 2, and 3, my heavy tune. And then down here, I have 1 tune of Fairlinks, 2 tunes of Fairlinks, which I got one on the world map I forgot about. And I got this. Okay, so yes, I have 3 tunes of Fairlinks. And yes, in my base, at any given time, you will find 5 in my base.
Look at all them buggies. Rubber baby buggy busters.
I like getting buggies around the map. I do. So I'm going to be honest. Phalanx are nice. Yes, I could absolutely build all 99, but I do not have the storage. If with everything, all the heavies that are built, all the technicals I have to have built, all the stuff just to do certain things, I cannot build them. Yes, I would love to have another tuna Phalanx. I really would. I'm not going to even lie to people. I just don't have the storage.
Rycon's already asking you to kill your shit.
So just for example, I mean, this is one thing that we keep talking about storages with the shadow ops. No, the Phalanx are not good in the shadow op bases. Those are a little more tactical too this time. Whoever's designing these bases lately been using a little more tactic. The only one I don't feel is very tactical are the hero bases. They are just pure, downright brutal. You've got to pretty much kill your shit to get them done. I haven't seen a lot of videos or a lot of people really having great success with low damage or free repair at all.
And I think that's as designed.
That's probably true, Phil. And no, I do not think I have enough Phalanx because you know what? You can ask Brandy. I constantly am usually helping others get Thor, get this, get that. I'm always chewing up a Phalanx tune, always chewing them up. I had a couple in raid earlier, so I had to depend on one.
I actually helped Jessica get 75 last night just using Phalanxes.
Phalanx are useful.
Yeah, nothing else. Get put on a good shock op and go in.
Yes, you take damage, but it's minimum damage. It's controllable damage. Yeah, you're right. The hero bases are meant to be for the upper levels, and I'm glad for that. That is a positive thing. It truly, truly is a positive thing. All right, so let's see what else we got. Brandy, if we can go back to that calendar, darling.
Yeah, and back to me.
Go back to the film. All right, so we got on the 6th, we got the sharpshooters and their component bases, which if you guys didn't have enough sharpshooters, that's a good thing. You get one sharpshooter on your first day. First time you do it, then you get tech. Same with all of these bases. Now, the Apollo, I'm going to be honest, Storm, you could probably just sweep that aside. You can just never mind, because I don't know anybody that uses Apollo sites for when Phil was around.
Hey, I used the shit out of those. They were great.
Yeah, the
Storm
keyword,
said he did some nerfing on the Nix and Roland bases. They were a little tougher than Ardra's.
yeah, I agree with that. They were a little tougher.
He did some nerfing.
Oh, I can't wait to see what they look like. But back to this, the Apollo bases, you guys can sweep those off the map. The Hades bases, you know what? I still see some people using them. They're not a bad unit.
Hey, what was it? What was the ball space? Was it the Siege?
You had to have Hades. There was no way around it.
They were great for busting that ball space up.
Yeah, they were. They really were. That's why I'm not saying nothing about them. Hades, Furies, Phalanx, Cyclops, you can probably sweep them off the map too. Dragons, absolutely. You don't have enough. You need to get some. They're really a kick-ass unit. Basically, those just Apollo and Cyclops. We can move on from them. We honestly can move on from them. Is there anybody that disagrees with me on that?
Nope.
Archangel, you've been around forever. What do you think?
About the Cyclops base?
No, about the Apollo and Cyclops. Do you think they could just take them off the map?
Well, the apparel, I think I never use it, but I think mostly people don't use it because it takes up a lot of space. 300 space, that's kind of, it doesn't take much damage. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. But yeah, they can go. Cyclops base, I don't know, they shock, right?
I'll be honest. The only one I use is Cyclops is the Poly. The hero.
Yep, that's it.
The
I
rest.
don't even like her.
Oh, Phalanx base with Poly. I can do that all day long. Just keep
Oh, yeah.
rotating my caretaker with minimum damage. I could do 5-6 bases per caretaker.
See, I don't even do the.
Because everybody was happy when they came out because they were like laser tank, right?
Yeah, they were all excited. They thought it was going to be the newest laser tank beast, and it just really never cut the standard of us, I guess.
Flopped.
It
Yeah.
flopped.
Big time.
Okay, Brandon, scroll it down a little, or excuse me, Doc, scroll it down a little bit. On the 8th, we got the Survivor token bases and the Omega Blackout bases. Guys, they're giving us a lot of opportunity at these Omega Blackout bases. There's a reason for it with this new tech that will literally screw people's power plants all up. By the way, there's a pro and con to that power plant thing. You got to remember, if your power plants get put on overdrive, that means your guns are firing at max rate as well. So if they don't kill that power plant quick, it could backfire on them. I personally am not a big fan of the Apollo, but after our last rebalance, the Apollo, a lot of players have started using them. I haven't met a player that yet has used them, but you might see numbers that we don't. I'm pretty sure you see numbers we don't, but I still haven't.
You can use the Envoy instead of the Apollo.
Yeah, absolutely. Use the Envoy. All right, wait a minute. We're up to the invasion now, guys. I got to ask Storm Chaser a question on invasion. Are you guys going to take it back to nutrition or not?
Attrition.
Jesus, I really need to go back to grammar school or something.
No, you need to go back to your fucking English class and learn what the words mean first.
We're getting nutrition, guys. We're gonna get power bars.
Nutrition means only one thing to me, and that means food.
Yeah, well. So let's go back to ask. Blackout will be greatly useful in the faction tracker for the next event. That I do believe. That's why I believe you guys are pushing it so hard. To be determined. I'm going to be honest with you. You guys not doing it the way you did, like letting it die and not respawning, you're screwing the lowers. The lowers can at least sit there and grind and kill one at a damn time and get the final extra tokens. By them respawning, those lowers are getting dick. If they want to sit there and grind and get those 3 extra tokens, let them. What's it going to hurt? It ain't going to hurt the times, because I'll tell you what, the guys in the top times only do it once and they kill everything quicker than shit.
Yep.
And it's the same people. There's no.
Let the low grind it out. They want those 3 extra tokens. Let them effing grind it out. Some of those guys, you know what? That's how they're trying to get into the fight.
He just said he can
They're
say
still
we're
not
still not
happy.
satisfied.
Well,
A lot of people aren't happy with invasion, and they haven't been happy with it for a long damn time.
Yeah.
Well, I would actually even do the whole invasion if there was a trophy. Just for the trophy.
That's one thing. But you know what? I'd rather go back to Onslaught. Give me the umpteen waves, guaranteed payouts. Nobody the top whatevers. I don't give a shit about time. Never have. Just give me the waves. At least we had a chance to move our bases around, figure out what was going to work, Well,
the thing is,
leaderboards make people competitive.
I like the Onslaught more because they did them more or less quarterly, every 3 months, where we have the invasion every month.
Yeah, that's another thing. They're trying to grind.
You can't literally put a trophy in the invasion.
They're working on a new game mode that may replace invasion.
All right, wait a minute, guys. So I'll give you guys a tip. We were working on a new game mod that may replace invasion. That's all right. You got our interest. Okay, that's when Invasion hasn't been getting a lot of changes recently. Well, do me a
Okay.
favor. If you're not happy with it, flip it back just for the next event or this one. Let the lowers try to get through it, and hopefully the next one will be well worth it. But give the chance to the lowers. They really earn it. Some of these, I got a couple lowers. One have held right here's one of them, and that's Evan, which is Bonsai. He busts his ass when he's not grounded. By the way,
Aw.
he busts his ass to fight, to get stronger, to do the bases. He's a hell of a sniper when he's on,
When his butt's not being paddled.
but
Cut, cut.
he can't do everything that we could do. Not that he doesn't try. He does. But I just find it unfair that he can't get the extra tokens because how you guys have it set up.
Meow, 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 meow.
Somebody
All right,
woke up Socrates.
Let's move on from Invasion. I hope this does help Storm Chaser. Shadow Ops Phase 3 Phase 1, Chapter 3. I feel like I'm reading a damn book every time I say that. And no, I haven't read a book probably since high school.
Which I'm still
Damn,
in.
you stole my line before I even said anything.
Phil, I knew what you were thinking, you son of a bitch. Corpus token bases and the Cypress bases are back on the map.
Cerberus.
I don't give a shit that unit.
Fucking Cyprus. Cyprus is a country, you twat.
Cypress is a tree.
Now I'm learning a damn whole friggin' moving on. All right, Roland token bases will be on the map. The Judge will be on the map again on the 11th, the 12th. The Prophet once again. Then we go to the 13th. The Invasion payout, which usually the payout happens well before that, but that's okay. Sharpshooters, Furies, Hades, Phalanx, all the same ones back out again. Now here's the one that we're going to try. Phil, we're just going to skip over the 15th for right now.
Okay.
Because that is probably the topic that we're going to get stuck on if we start. So let's skip it for right now. Let's go to we got the Corpus token bases, your Cerberus token bases.
Close enough.
Your Nyx hero token, the Judge once again, the Prophet. Now here's another big day which Kickside needs to realize. They could have shoved this on every Tuesday and they would have made people really fucking happy. Excuse my language. But the Herald, the Blackout, the Warwick, and the Jug should have been. They need to be a weekly thing right now, especially the Jug and the Herald. People that are coming into the game, I don't care. A brand new player today gets up to level 20. He needs the Judge. I'm sorry, he needs to be able to build and use that Judge. Because
are you saying Judge or Jug?
Jug, excuse me. But they need that Jug. Let's be honest, for any event to be, or most bases now that pop out. To try to play this game without a Jug is...
No, you've got to be more specific. You need an Omega Jug to get anything done.
If you're coming into this game tomorrow, say you and I know, Phil, don't even say it, you never will do that. But say a player comes into this game tomorrow, starts playing and gets to about 20, 25.
That's it. He's done.
He's screwed if he doesn't get that Jug. He's screwed.
Well, that's pretty much my situation right now. My Herald is an elite. My Siege is an elite. My Jug is an elite. I'm stuck.
You think that the Cerberus unit is good in the Draken bases? I have not done a Draken base recently, so I'll plead the fifth. I don't have a clue. I probably will have to start doing stuff for my people tomorrow or when they come back out. I did Sharpshooters. I like that. That was a very tactical base, by the way. But I think I saw a video on it. But back to what I'm saying, the Jug coming out once a month, twice a month is just not cutting it for the lower or new players.
They're not. Just not cutting it. And by the way, Bonsai,
Yes.
you weren't grounded last time. You would have had the Omega Jug and the Omega Herald or Elite Herald, which one you needed.
I know, Roy. I know.
When you get told to take the trash out, take the trash out.
It was something similar. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we don't mean sector enemies either. We just mean household trash.
Well, I'm hitting sector enemy right now, or trying to, waiting.
See, he's working on that other trash right now.
Yeah, he's working on the trash that his dad like. You know, his dad's very. He's David's in here with just Cobra. He'll tell you. We were out in a war zone and we needed snipers, and he calls his son because his son was at his grandparents. Get on the game, they need you. And he got on, and he's a hell of a sniper. Hell of a
Fiber optic cable, man.
The kid
Nanny and Pappy got that good internet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kid is good when he's there.
I
But
just sniped 2 tunes just a second ago.
And-
Storm Chaser's got a question. I'm going to butt in just in my usual blustering way. Storm Chaser's got a question about the unique bases. Currently, uniques do run appearances after the monthly events. That doesn't sound like a question.
I have a question. Currently,
Eventual remove
maybe
the
let's see.
after event spawn.
Eventually, we remove old enough uniques from after and spawn. Wait a minute. That's incorrect. And I'm going to say it's incorrect because you got the Mega Titan out every day. You got the Omega Phantom out every single day. You got the Omega Hydra out every single day. Yes, you got to hunt them down. But if you want to remove uniques from the map, you can remove that BFG, the Roman base, the Spectra base, and put those Jug bases, the Hero base, and the War Rig.
And the Viper X, honestly.
And the Viper X. Remove those 4, give us those 3, and I'll tell you what, you'll have one hell of a crazy a feeding frenzy all the time after them.
The Black Widow one, that can go.
That's 5 bases. We just named 5 bases you can take off the map right now. 5 bases you could take off and put those on, and you know what you'd have? A happy group of people.
The Liberator's gonna be one of them because you get that easy.
Nah, well, yeah, the Liberators come to the bottom, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking unique bases. You can leave the Growler. That Growler still comes in handy. But the Spectre base, the Black Widow, the Ronin, the Viper X, and what was the other one?
Question is, do you guys like the uniques being persistent targets that you have to hunt for all the time?
Yes, we do. We do. We want that. Then when we get lucky if they come out, because you know what? If like Bonsai gets grounded, guess what? He can't. People got to work real jobs. They can't get on some of those days. They work 12.
No, right. Slow down. What he's talking about here is taking them off the date rotation and putting them in the place. So what you're talking about there is actually reducing the availability of the base by having them persistently on the map. It may sound like it is a good thing at the moment, but in reality, it's not. Having them spawn specifically on their day increases their spawn rate and allows more bases to get done.
Right. No, I disagree with you. I disagree because let me tell you, Iron, which is out there right now, will sit there and tell you he was able to grind them out, find them. Yes, he had to scour the goddamn map from one side to the other to find them. But at his rate, he was able to get the Hydra. He was able to get the Phantom, and he was able to do it himself, which made him even prouder. Don't get me wrong, we helped him here and there, but he was still able to do it. I'd rather see you guys do that than just keep plopping them out once a month. And if somebody's not lucky enough, it has to work or has vacation, cannot get them.
Well, talking about old uniques, I'd like to put in a simple request because it's one of those rarities. The Elite Phantom.
They're on the map.
They're on the map, but it is the only unique where to get the Elite, you need 80 parts.
Yeah, that's from what I understand.
Not even the good stuff requires 80 parts. to
You
get
should-
the elite unit.
From what I understand, because that was the original coding for the elite, they cannot change that coding. Now, I could be wrong. Storm Chaser could say, "No, Roy, you're wrong. We can change it. Should we?" I don't think he's going to say.
No, that was the original thing I heard as well. And that's why it never got changed. So if they can't change the code, they can change the spawn in the map to give you double the parts.
Yeah.
Would be the better option.
Yeah, because the payout on them.
Oh,
at best,
1,
you get
2,
you
1, 2, 1, 2,
2, 1,
all the
2.
way for 80 parts.
That sucks.
And you know what? We get better payouts from the elite judge bases. They give 2, 3 sometimes. The elite Phantom is.
There you go. He's just said it there. Changing the number of parts that something needs is super dangerous.
And that's what I heard, and that's why I would never ask them to do that. Can you kick up the lottery system a little bit to get our 3 4s?
And he's just confirmed exactly what I said. Changing the number of parts would be the corrective solution.
Yeah, that would probably be a great thing for us.
Well, however, to make it feasible.
Yeah, because right now, 80
Accessible,
parts,
because it's absurd.
it's not even a burn. That's just a pure kick-ass grind. Whenever one of my guys needs that, Roy, I'm up to level 20. He
I
goes,
got a better idea. If it pops up in the fucking one of the sales for $5, buy it. That's what I did.
that's what I wish, but some of these guys, they can't do it. Some of them are on a budget. Some are retired on a budget. They save money for the events. They save their money for certain things. So when they see these deals, and they really do want it. Don't get me wrong, but they can't, and it kicks them in the nuts. But
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. When one of my guys goes, "Hey Roy, I'm up to level 20 on my elite Phantom. Can you give me a hand getting them?" First thing in my head goes, "Oh fuck."
It would be, because it's the same thing as it was way back when the defense lab went past level 10. And everyone had to sit and do that 21-day upgrade. It's the big pain in the ass. It's exactly the same one of those. And I think the same guy was responsible for that first fucking little grindy bullshit that happened.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, I'm going to be honest, that was the biggest kick in the nuts at the time. Biggest kick in the
Fortunately, I don't think that guy works there anymore, so that's fine by me.
He says they're looking into that seriously, and that is great. You know what? When I'm going to say this, and I think most of the panel agree that plays this game, when he says it, they actually mean it lately. Since Storm Chaser's definitely taking the helm, it feels like when they say something like that, I believe it. I actually believe it. Back in the day, I would say you're full of shit.
No,
I'm a firm believer in rule of acquisition number 96. Hear
When
all,
you
trust
see
nothing.
it,
No, hear all, trust nothing.
well, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to hold him to his word. Don't get me wrong, but Storm Chaser is not Sulaco. He's not wrong thinker. So far he's been a man of his word to everything he's saying or has said, and I hope he keeps up that pattern.
Yeah, and Friendly Fixer as well. You got to give him props.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's been on the ball too. I'm telling you, this new group's been really on fire. All right, so
I mean,
Wait a minute.
this
Friendly
is the war-
Fixer?
Friendly Fixer.
I bet you that's fucking wrong thinker in a pseudonym.
I don't think so.
It's got exactly the same ring to it.
Friendly Fixer came out before Wrong Thinker left. So I don't know why he would make his own secondary name.
Oh, I do.
Well, whomever, whatever they are, the team we have now for War
Storm
Commander
says it's not.
It's not. Okay.
the team we have now for War Commander is a team we've been direly
asking
needing for
for.
7. We've been direly needing for 7 years.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I'm going to be honest, Storm. You cannot attack everything we ask for, and I know because we ask for a lot. Because in the past we've gotten so little. Now, some of this stuff we've been asking for how long? 3 years.
And I mean, some of it goes back years.
But lately, you guys have been addressing some of the oldest stuff that is absolutely making the games better for us. So just keep attacking the way you guys are doing, and we'll keep asking for what we've been asking for a long time. But sooner or later, we will meet up. Maybe not. Maybe both sides won't be happy, but isn't that a compromise?
Isn't that what we're all asking for? Just a little compromise?
Just find the happy
Compromise is
medium.
good. It's got to
The
be
happy
the right
medium.
kind of compromise, and it's got to work for both the player and the company.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't say the B word, which
I
is
feel a little
balance,
dirty saying that.
but I'll say that we can, I think, achieve a happy medium.
Yeah. All right, so let's scroll down again, Phil. Let's see what else we got going on here.
We've got some bullshit unit basis again. I'll just scroll over that because it's the
Yeah,
same
you can-
shit as the week
Hold
before.
on, right there. This is the only day, the 22nd, that will have all 3 heroes on the map. So I like that. We got 1, 1, and 1, and then all 3. So that was pretty cool. I really got to give Kickside credit, you know. But then here comes the 23rd. We got the big ass event.
And
Yeah.
I like how it's at the end of the month instead of like kind of sort of in the middle.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that. But
Yeah, because Battle Pirates is the week before.
no, I could say
Well, the thing is, they have the Battle Pirates team, we have the War Commander team, so they don't coincide. So they could actually run simultaneously.
I think they're on the same servers.
No, they're not.
I don't know.
There's always been a myth about that, and the myth isn't true because Kickstarter run all their servers in clouds. They're either run off Amazon or running cloud services somewhere else in America. That's what they do. They're all run off separate servers. They're not all run off the same bloody one. So if you experience a whole bunch of lag, it's not your fault and blah 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 blah. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that.
Storm Chaser just said we would laugh if we saw his desk covered in post-it notes of player requests. The only thing that came to my mind is in that clip from Bruce Almighty where he was trying to answer everybody's prayers and he had post-it notes fly all over his apartment.
Yeah, he asked for prayer post-it notes and his whole house is covered in prayers.
Including
Yeah.
him. Including him.
Yeah,
That's all I could think of is that moment from that movie.
But I got to get you. You know, we say that in fun, but you know, I think part of them realizing what is them actually playing like Warpath with us, seeing the different stuff, getting their hands dirty.
Storm Chaser just said his job feels a lot like that movie.
Well,
That would be Bruce Almighty, in case you just forgot in the last 10 seconds.
And in essence, he's trying to answer our War Commander prayers.
well, a few of our prayers have been nasty. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and most of them go unanswered, just like prayers in real life.
But you know, Phil, I really do think if you would just not play the game, just keep coming to the show, you'll see how much they are actually answering. And I mean, the fact that the focus groups seem to be working really well. We talk about it.
My judgment on Kickstarter as a whole is extremely
As a
tainted.
whole, but I'm just saying, give War Commander crew, the new crew. Oh, just watch them. I don't want you to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want you to keep watching them.
I do.
I know you do. You watch everything and say nothing usually until they screw up.
Say
Royally, then you come out of the woodwork.
Absolutely necessary.
Yeah. All right, so let's go down farther to we're doing the raid update, which you guys don't know. There's some kick-ass sharpshooter in there, Diamond Tech. You might want to get it before they change it or change the Phalanx or whatever they're going to change. And then they're going to go right into the Omegas again, which is great. But I think we discussed it pretty well. What we would like to see happen: get rid of once again the Ronin, the Viper, the Spectre, the Black Widow, and what was the last one?
Viper X,
BFG.
The Viper X,
BFG.
BFG. There's like 6 bases you can take off the map. Just leave the.
Now I have a question.
We'll ask it.
The Diamond Techs. I mean, are they ever going to take the ones that are been gone through and then put them in the tech, possibly in the gear store at some point, or are they just going to keep
Probably not.
recycling them?
Probably not. I think they're doing the right thing by keeping them in the rotation that they are.
They're just doing a whole recycle thing, kind of like the monthly events on this faction, this faction, this faction. So it just
Well, they
keeps going in
introduce a new
rotation.
one and then they rotate a couple old ones, and they introduce a new one and they rotate a couple old ones. I
Okay,
think it's working really well, to be honest.
Well, I'm just thinking because, there are some players, the lower level ones that haven't clanned up or anything, and they can't do the raids. They're just not strong
He says there's
enough.
no current plans for that. They keep rotating.
Well, in our group,
Okay.
we had a couple that just are not strong enough to do the raids, but we have me and like Knuckles will take a turn and they'll bump in. And Knuckles and I have everything, so they're guaranteed to get a diamond tag.
Oh, and I get that, but you think there's these solo players. I mean, it's unfortunate and everything else, but I'm just trying to think of a way to.
Well, in a war game, let's touch on that real quick. In a war game, a solo army usually gets what?
Targeted.
Nothing. Well, I mean, and there's that concept in essence, but not every person is that kind of person that just wants to, get chummy with everybody. It's just like, yeah, I want to do
Tech
my
is
damn
supposed to
thing.
be high level content, so it's not designed for low players.
Fair enough. That was just a curiosity question.
It's a dick answer to a dick question, to be perfectly honest.
I wouldn't say it's a dick question. It was just a curiosity.
No. You misunderstand. I apologize. Any time that a dev turns around and says, I'm going to say it how it should be said. Anytime that a dev says it's either end game content or content for high level players, it's usually a kick in the nuts.
Oh no! And it was just a curiosity thing, and because sometimes how you can get things at certain points, and then they rotate it finally through the gear store. I was just wondering if that was eventually going to be something that they would do with a Diamond Tech, or is it strictly going to be raid and that's it? That was it.
And that's the thing. Here's another point he just said. My real life account. He plays an account. It doesn't have the tech yet, and he does all right. And I believe that because it's 10%. Yes, in our eyes, it's a big deal because our stuff is way up there. But a low-level solo player, 9 times out of 10, doesn't have the shit or the strength that we do. True or false?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I get everything, and everything that's being back to the question, answered. I completely understand. It was just a curiosity, because there probably are people who might listen to the show later who might have that same curiosity, and it's just just broadening the horizon on topics of discussion. That's it. That's
all right. Well, let's go back. Let's scroll up to the 15th there, Doc, and let's talk about
it. You got it.
Yeah.
The dreaded 15th, the bane of our existence.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. And by the way, I was pretty damn correct. I said mid-August. That's as mid as it's going to get, ladies and gentlemen.
That's smack bang in the middle.
I was going to say, you don't get much more in the middle than 15
and I called it, everybody was saying end of August. I said mid-August. It's mid-August. I don't know how much more mid it got.
Well, I lost that one because I said the first week of September.
Yeah, you were September, but I kept on saying mid-August, and guess what? Here she is. CC14, ladies and gentlemen. No,
well, damn, Roy,
that's actually rather late.
Well, actually, there was a calendar out, and it showed it. Kickside released a calendar when the bases were done, and not. The point is, I think it's pretty close to on time for when we were expecting, anyways. Go ahead.
Is this the last CC upgrade, or do we foresee?
You're dreaming, girl. If they don't have,
I'm just asking.
They don't make money. So get ready. There's always going to be one every 6 months or so.
Just better hope that this is not a long upgrade.
Well, that's one of the things that I was going to say. It is unfortunate we do not have any more information about this. We're going to now start. What?
What was 13? 13 was what? A fair 7 days?
I think
12.
No.
It wasn't a double-digit upgrade. I know that much. I think there was a fair 7-day upgrade, just a week-long upgrade.
Well, you know what? There's a thing called Wicca. Troy does a good job on that. If you don't know what Wicca is, you really need to get to it and look it up. Command centers, I'm already there. Updates for level 13 was 11 days.
13? Was it 11 days?
11 days, ladies and gentlemen.
I was pulling up War Commander Wiki. You beat me to it.
I have it pinned to the top.
Oh, I need to put that on my.
I don't,
because I use it a lot.
But it is
straight. I was out by a day.
Okay, he just Storm Chaser said we are still working on it. We'll try to get info as it starts to become finalized.
Oh, it's not even finished yet.
So technically, they're in the works now.
We're still in beta on it right now.
Well,
technically,
pretty much what it is. At this point, I would say you're 100% right. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give a couple opinions, and I'm going to ask the panel to give a couple opinions. My opinion, though, is I honestly, truly hope they do not increase the resource, and I really do hope they do not go over 11 fucking days. Because I know they're going to add other buildings.
Look at the climb. Look at the climb. Usually.
What was it? 235.
Yeah, but Phil, you got to remember, last time when they gave us 13, they restructured everything underneath.
I expect between 13 to 14 days.
I have to agree with Phil.
I'm fine with 11 to 12 days. I am. But I would love to see them restructure like they did last time.
The only reason the CC was restructured last time is because the whole damn game went through a rebalance at the same time.
But they should do a rebalance on a CC again. If they just keep adding days, all they're going to do is hear us bitch.
Well, they're probably
going to happen regardless.
They're going to only probably do 13 days for level 14 because look at the pattern, like you said.
Brandy, did you listen? The pattern is not even close to that because they restructured it last time.
Yeah, they restructured it before they put CC13 out.
Because originally CC12 was 11 days, and then they kicked it down and they restructured for 13. I'm hoping they once again do it again. I'm hoping down 13 down to 8 days and restructure the rest of the way and give us, I'll even say 12-day upgrade on the level 14.
Well, I'm banking on a 400 to 450 million
res. Right. Here's the actual thing. The Command Center gained the ability to be upgraded to level 13 in the game update of March the 7th, 2018. The Command Center reduced upgrade costs for levels 11 and 12 in the game update of March the 7th, 2018. They were both done at the same time.
Exactly.
And I know that because I was still playing then.
Yes.
You old bastard.
You know, if I could interject for a moment.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Before all this is well and good, okay? My thought is this. This is going to be 5 seconds. 5-second upgrade. You know, just listen to me before you start yelling and screaming about it not being. Because we just upgraded all the buildings. We just got, all the guns and all the weapons upgraded. Everything has been upgraded. What is there left to upgrade now?
Who you talking? No offense, but I don't know who all.
Okay, here's the deal. Whoa, stop. Yes.
No.
And we're going to
get most people are still behind. Most people aren't even past 12 yet. So why go to 14 and make it 11 days? And what are we going to get? 1 or 2 weapons lab upgrade? What are they going to give us to upgrade in the weapons?
Here's the deal.
Can't even get a good gun yet. Out of these people.
I agree with every point you're making, but here's the thing. If they don't do upgrades, there's people like Socrates, Scooby, Pascal. The list goes on and on. Hell, even I'm almost maxed out all my damn main buildings. I'm going to be doing resource soon. I'm 2 days away from maxing out all my main buildings. All I got left is resource and door. The point is,
maxed out, but I'm just saying, all you're going to do is create a larger divide.
No, that's the thing.
What is there? What can they? They give basics.
I can tell you right now, they could do storage, towers, bunkers. There's a whole other damn thing. They were talking about. Somebody was mentioning the armory could use the change because of all these new big units.
No, he has a completely valid point.
Oh, I know.
No. I
there's always going to be a divide, though. That's the thing. That's this game.
The thing is, you're creating a divide by not by so much what you can keep caught up. You're creating a divide by just saying,
Wait a minute. Storm Chaser
Coin-
said maybe can help out here. So I would love to help out Storm Chaser. Probably, I understand the concerns about the gap between the top dog and the guys catching up. See, this is why I wish you would just come on, but I understand that you still got a lot on your plate and not used to this yet.
yeah, he's got Post-its everywhere. His forehead's covered in Post-its.
Here's
It's
Mike.
written on top of his. It's written on top of his hand, and when he wakes up in the morning, he's got a note stuck to his forehead like a stamp.
Right there. He says, we are actually working on that. So are you addressing that there might be another adjustment to the upgrade times? With the CC release, there's going to be a substantial rebalance. Bingo! That is what we know right there.
Remember what they did with all like the Thor bolts and all that stuff when they started, they put the 1 million Thor into the CC and they did that rebalance?
Yeah.
They did that rebalance, and you gained another million thorium with every CC upgrade.
Yep.
There will be a benefit for everyone, not just guys with level 14 CCs.
Bravo. I will say bravo. Good. That's
And
something
this right
promising
there,
then.
just by him saying there's going to be another rebalance, this could actually shrink some of the gaps for them to get to 11 and 12 and 13. No, they probably can't jump right to 14, but the rebalance is going to be a benefit.
Right,
Now-
I'm going to mark August 15th in my calendar, and I'm going to
Yeah, put it
be
in your
here for that
diary.
show.
Well, you're all.
Let me ask one more question.
Go ahead, ask. That's what
When
we're.
they say rebalance, okay, what they're really saying is, okay, we're gonna, because the last time when they did 13 and everybody says they rebalanced, everybody agree with that, right?
Yeah, it's all
Right.
Wait, just 1 minute. What they did was basically they took the top levels and reduced them to 12 hours. Okay, that's what they did. That's what you call rebalancing.
No, what
Yeah,
they're saying is
Your next level of turret or your next bunker upgrade is going to be 12 hours. Again, aren't you so happy about that?
no, when he says rebalance is the original when 12 came out, when CC 12 came out, it was 11 days. Okay, it was 11. So when they rebalanced and said, "Hey, here's 13," they took level 12 or CC 12 and they brought it down to 8 days, and they brought 11 down to 6 days. They rebalanced and lowered all equal, all the way down the thing, all the way down to level 2. And what they did was made the level 13 the 11 days. Now, when the new one comes out, if I'm reading what Storm Chaser's saying, the level 14 will probably be 11 days. 12 or 13 will be somewhere around 8, and so on and so on. All drop down. If I'm reading what you're saying correct, sir.
Now, Roy, you remember the other week when you said, with the rebalance and everything, and we're talking about, building upgrades after we were talking about the progression notes from the focus group.
Right.
You said, oh, you didn't, what was it you said? I'm not going to quote you verbatim, but you said you didn't lower the times, you just added more levels to make up
What they
for-
did, and let's be honest, right now, if you look on the calendar, okay, if you look what's on the screen right now. Phil, scroll up a little bit.
I know exactly where it is. Give me a second. I gotta go.
It says 32 days, 10 hours for right now. Okay, if we work strictly on your CC, it's near the top, Bill. It's actually at the top.
No. I'm going to the day you're talking about. The last time something was rebalanced properly above board, which was in the middle of August last year. And it's not listed. Why is it not listed? Let me check. Give me a second. Because
Well,
it came
while you're
out with
looking-
CC 12.
While you're looking for that, I'm just going to read over what Storm Chaser said. He said, we're looking into standardize a lot of these costs and do some cutting of costs, especially time.
Well, Brandy, if you could present me why he looks for his information.
Yep.
What I can give you an idea what the hell I'm talking about. Wrong damn thing, because
And then he
Yeah,
went on to
okay.
right
say,
here on my
my-
screen, if you see this right here on my screen, it says 32 days and 10 minutes. Okay. With most upgrade times, you'll see, how do I explain this? Before the new CC came out, it was less than 32 days. Now, when the new one comes out, we're going to come back here, and I guarantee this is going to be like probably close to 36, 37 days. They're going to add days in here, but we're going to see the reduction here and think, oh, it's a great thing, but they're still adding time when you add it all up, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's like something. It's money that we can get to a place where if your base is having trouble with a specific kind of threat, that it won't be so expensive to switch up your turrets and bunkers to face that threat.
Yeah, this was right before support turrets, and it's not actually stated here, but at some point they said they'd removed or reduced the overall build times in the game at the time to a year that had been removed from upgrades.
Right.
And when we calculated this, because I was still running a show back then, and I calculated that what they did was take away a year and add 18 months on top of it.
Yes, and that's what I'm concerned about now is I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see them, hey, let's reduce all of these numbers, but then when we put the new one on top, we're actually getting 40, 50, 60 days. And that is what's happened previous.
Just give it to us short now instead of extending it out over multiple levels like that they have done. I mean, you even mentioned it yourself, Roy, and that's what it's been. They've shortened the time, but they've added levels, so the time is still the same.
Well, what happens is we get so excited they shortened the other times. Oh, they did such a good job. But then when we do the math, it's like, holy fucking shit, it's actually more.
We're so blinded by the joy of it's what is it? Bedazzle them with brilliance and baffle them with bullshit.
Everything's going to be switched to Thor. Well, here's my thing. What is everything going to be switched to Thor? Are all buildings going to be switched to Thor?
I pray God not.
I don't like that idea because that means the gap's going to really get screwed up. You're going to have level people with level 3 units going right up to level 40s because they're going to upgrade too fast.
They're going to make the Thor cost so high because
That's the other concern.
If you look at the building, the way the buildings are now to max them out, it's like, you have to upgrade all your storages and even do a compression and all that just to get, your last levels.
I mean, right now,
I'm glad about. Wait a minute. He answered the question. I'm talking about changing types of defensive buildings. We already have 5-second change outs to the deterrents, and we already have change outs to the rocket silos. So bunkers and towers. Now that is a kick-ass thing. Bunkers and towers will be changed out to 5 seconds.
No, he said bunkers
time.
and turrets.
That is a kick-ass thing right there.
Now, what I want to know, here's the elephant in the room. Is that across the board, or is it only at specific levels, is the next question.
That's a good
Because Kixeye have a bad habit of doing that.
Because you know how it used to be in the past, it's like you couldn't do anything until like your CC was to this level. Until it was this
still
level.
that way, actually. It's still that way.
Well, it is to an extent, but there are only.
Oh, not to an extent. If your defensive if your CC's not.
No, but I'm like, no. What I'm saying is, I mean, well, actually, now it's gotten more involved. I take that back because I completely forgot that now you have to have a level 13 CC to do the upgrades past
level 20.
To go to what the academy, the tech center. The only two that when they did these new levels added that you could just upgrade with no upgrade to the CC was the workshop and the go-go bar. You didn't have to have the CC to level 13 to achieve those new levels.
They're still working on it, so there's no definitive answer there.
They're looking into the new bunkers and towers. I can tell you that. To be surprised, there's going to be some levels added to them.
I still want new mines.
You
Damn it.
in one hand and shit in the other and see which one's going to get full first, young lady.
I know. Hey, but at least I didn't say anything about the dozer.
That's
Until
true.
now.
I'll
You
give you
just mentioned it now. Well done.
I said until now, but I didn't request anything. I just want, and the thing is, that's
Look, with the landmines are not going to get touched. Yes, they probably could add a new building and give us airborne landmines. I don't see that happening either right now.
Hang on a minute. You gotta explain to the.
Hey,
there is
Storm
no such
said-
bloody thing as an airborne landmine.
Well, Storm Chaser said he wants new mines too, but sorry, not this time. Well, put it on the whiteboard, baby doll.
But sorry, it's not this time. Some landmines are out. But now, once again, I want to make this clear one thing, Storm Chaser. We don't want armory really tweaked. I want my storage tweaked. Add a couple levels to my damn storage where I can actually hold it, where I don't have to keep doing the swap.
I explained that to you before the
Oh,
show.
you're talking unit storage, not res storage.
Unit storage. Unit
Got to
storage.
be specific on that.
Not armory, unit storage. Play with the armories, nice. Okay, yeah, we could. Mine's not even full. I don't really give a shit because I'll scrap the goddamn runner. I'll scrap stuff that's so older than the damn. I'm not mean this. Just like switch. Okay, my poly is almost healed. Then I can bring out my thunder because I can't. I just don't have room to have both. It's bullshit because we're getting bigger and meaner units all the time. Yes. Let's see. You added Prophet 560, Darkstorm 560, Jug 560, so on.
I don't know if we ever got a definitive answer on it, but is there going to be a reduction on Cerberus' size? Because I know initially he was intended.
Touch that one. I already knew that.
What's that?
They're not touching that one with 1,000-foot pole, young lady.
Oh no, I'm just asking. I mean,
from
we spoke last Sunday. Now here it is Thursday. I don't know what's in their brain housing group going on right now.
Yeah, he just said, and this is a poke at me. Yeah, I can't say we're optimized for 6 platoons of Phalanx. Well,
and he says no reduction planned either.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're not touching Cerberus at all. You might as well just suck it up, Buttercup, when it comes to him.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that Kickside put out, they don't take into account the fact that you will run out of space in storage and armory. Now, the last time I spoke to somebody about the storage, they said there were no plans to do anything with the storage because it was manipulatable. That's why they put everything in the armory.
Yeah,
and that's what they'll probably continue to do.
And that's what I really don't want done. I mean, that is one thing that just to this day, the armory is nice. Don't get me wrong. My armory is a decent level.
Now, on the other hand, what they can do, and here's the thing that everybody's not going to like, is not only reduce the size of the units completely, overall, as in all of them, by a significant number, and reduce the size of the platoon to go with it.
Bypass that in general, please.
I knew you would. But
no, I just see
it should all fall into the same area. At the end of the day.
Oh, I agree. That would be one way to fix it, but I guarantee with all the coding that went in, if you touch all that code with reduction of units, something would break in ways we cannot imagine.
No. You're talking about a simple heuristic algorithm. All you're doing is you're doing a very complicated mathematics sum to do that. It's not that difficult to reduce the numbers.
My all-time favorite was when they separated the tech center and the other thing, and they did the full relay out on those two with the hangar. Oh, that one cracked me up.
It only took them 5 years to do that.
Yeah, it took them a long time.
But the mess that followed with it, that was
hilarious. Oh, that was how many times did they bring the game down that week? 3?
12.
It was. I think it was like 5 times, to be honest.
Oh no, I counted. and I made a specific note to mention it in the following week because I absolutely roasted them for about 45 minutes.
Randy, why don't you kick me on the screen for a second here?
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was 5 times in one day. That's what it was, and then there was 6 following more downtimes that followed.
But wait a minute. You want to keep presenting or not presenting?
I want to present.
You've already been set to present.
Storm Chaser's got a question. Go ahead.
Well, okay, I got a question for you. I got a storage question for you guys. Okay. Well, just for example, you can see where my storage is right now and where my armory is. I got plenty of room in my freaking armory, and I still have some old junk in here I probably could get rid of. The Inferno, the Legion, about, I don't know how many Liberators. I got a few things I could definitely scrap. The Skipjack. Pile of shit, really. Well, I just do not have enough room in here. All right, what's his question? Let's see.
If you could get increased storage, would you guys be willing to trade move your units in and out of platoons without repairing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Without repairing, boy, you
Fuck
just,
yeah.
man, that would be like
Would
Christmas
make my
every
whole
day of
life.
the year.
Would that also include PvP and the other two, so we can swap them out and repair them quicker?
No.
Yeah.
No. Don't open that box of worms. I see too many manipulations coming from that right off the bat.
No, he's talking about locking the platoons. It's the same way the defensive platoons work right now.
Damn, one could wish.
I would be glad. Just absolutely.
Dude, you just gave us Christmas in August if you actually do it.
It'll
get
take some time. Don't expect it all at once.
If they gave me another 10 and then said, hey, you can't take them out until they're repaired, I say, fuck yeah, still I deal with that shit.
I would love to put stuff in the armory and just let it repair it on its own so I could do like a mass repair.
Yeah, that and set it and forget it kind of thing.
Yeah,
So that would knock out all the micro healing.
It would completely remove micro healing.
I don't like it micro heal, but that's because I'm a coiner.
Yeah, but a lot of people like to micro heal at lower levels.
Well, the situation comes back down to yes. Now we got to we got to actually think about it as not we're uppers and most of us coin quite a bit. We got to think about this lowers that do not coin a lot. That would be a drawback for them.
It would be an extremely large drawback.
Especially if it would be at event time. That'd be a pure kick in the nuts to me. So there's the pro and con to that situation. And that is a big pro and con. So can I honestly say, for myself, I would love it.
For everyone else, no.
So I would actually have to say, Storm, I would not want to do that to them. I want it.
No, we've got to think about the lowers.
Michael needs to exist, and that is definitely something that has been said, and it needs to be said. So, yeah, as much as I would love to see that happen, no, Storm, I wouldn't do it.
Now that we think about it.
I got to pull this one out real quick.
Ew, what are you pulling out? Ew.
Just shut up a minute and don't interrupt me.
I'll be honest.
I just got to pull out a comment from the YouTube channel by Cyclonus. And he's just put, no way Kixeye would use this to force us to coin more. And that is an incorrect statement.
That is a very incorrect
choice that you shut up, Roy, and let me finish.
God.
Coining is a decision that you make by yourself. It is of your own volition. Kixeye don't force you to pull out your credit card, type your numbers in, and then buy X amounts worth of gold. I mean, it's the same paywall that you will find in any game that has anything to do with time in it. It is not forcing you to coin at all, because it's your own personal choice. It's pushing you in the direction of coining it to get rid of it so you can go do something else. Yes. It's scatterbox. That's what it does. So I've explained this 1,000 times before. It's never forced.
No,
It's
coining's always
suggested
free
quite
choice.
heavily, but it's never forced. They don't stop you from doing anything because you don't spend any money, unless it's got the stupid fucking support ticket that's never bloody worked anyway. But that's a story for another day. There you go. You can have your show back.
Well,
Well, no. What you
Joe's
said,
100% right on that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the thing: the Storm Chaser just said, "Nice to see you guys run through the same kind of things we do here on this subject." And you know what? It is. We could say we want this, this, and this, but we still have to look at the pros and cons.
and we have to weigh them heavily.
Especially, let's weigh another subject that we haven't talked about in the CC. We talked about time, but we did not talk about the resource.
Like I said earlier, and it was just kind of was bitted in. I'm looking at 400 to 450 million, just based on what was shown on the progression of the expense.
But the last time, once again, they did the rebalance of oil and metal.
Right.
12 was
Okay.
350,
With the
13,
CC,
350.
it should never. It has been stated multiple times. When a CC is upgraded, it will never go over the available amount of resources that doesn't include compression.
Exactly.
So you have all of your storages at max and not have compression, and you will be able to do each CC upgrade as it drops.
So right now, but there's still options. Now, here's something that I was thinking to help rebalance on the time is make up to level 5 second with thorium. Then you can rebalance the rest of the time correctly. 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour.
No, Roy, what you're talking about is the actual CC being a thorium upgrade will be a completely huge mistake.
I'm saying first 5 levels. You listened to that part, did you?
What?
Well, no,
You're talking about the first 5 levels thorium based?
Yeah.
How the fuck is a low level player going to get thorium?
Low level players get thorium quite easily now.
40s don't spawn on the map, and I'm talking. If you're talking about the first 5 levels of CC, you're talking right at the beginning of the base vanilla game before you get into any of the other content, before thorium even existed.
Well, see, that's why they're doing
the 20 Vetacrafts don't spawn, the 30 Vetacrafts don't spawn, and the 40 Vetacrafts don't spawn either. And those are the ones to do.
I think in the past year, I might have tripped over 5 30 Thors.
5 in the year.
I think
in the past year, I honestly, no joke, scouring maps during Warpath, I literally, no joke, have probably tripped over 5 30s.
As he just stated once again, compression is not a requirement. It is a perk. Yes, it is. So Phil's 100% right once again on that part.
Well, like me, I can easily hold 600 million, but I'm also at 30%. I'm not even maxed on compression. I'm only at 30%.
Oh, I'm way above that.
Well, the thing is, I never thought about it, to be honest. I just did the run-of-the-mill actual storage upgrades, but I wouldn't be at that 600 million based on the levels I have upgraded to right now. My storage is if it wasn't for that 30% compression. Now, seeing that I just sold my house, I'm about to max my compression, but the thing is, I'm a level 46, and if I didn't have that 30% compression, I wouldn't be holding 600 million right now.
Well, that's like me. I hold 600 million right now, but I also have 120% compression. I wouldn't be holding 600 mil, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, I mean,
you're looking in the area of the 350 million.
I'm thinking 400 to 450 on the new CC level. That's my guess.
Well, I just don't want them to add more storage, some more oil and metal storage to this upgrade time, because I think people that are maxed out hold enough as it is where they don't have to go out for a couple days as it is, even with upgrades going. I don't think they need to add time there. Just my opinion.
Opinion noted. I mean, when you get to a point where you just stockpile it like a lot of people do.
But you know, on a facetious kind of maniacal kind of thinking, right now the highest max level cost of res is 600 million. I wouldn't go as far to see Kixeye not go whole hog and say it's going to be 600 million for the next CC upgrade, because right now the max level
it won't happen. That will not happen.
It won't happen. But I'm not gonna. Hey, I'm a realist. I'm not gonna say it couldn't happen.
Well, they did. When they went to 350, they took it up 100K. So yeah, I could see them going up another 100K, but I can't see them going any higher than that.
I mean, well, and that being said, will they do it? Probably not, because it gives them no room to play with adding other CC levels to it. Because if you go whole hog on the map,
see, darling, they'll always be able to rebalance. That's never going to be a problem.
No, but what I'm saying is, right now the highest cost of any max building is 600 million. So if they automatically jump to 600 million for the level 14, it really gives them no play room to keep going higher. So I'm still on the 400, 450 level. I think that's where we're going to be at.
I think we're going to see probably 350 to 400. I do not think we're going to go any higher than that. But, you know, we've been wrong. We've been right.
Boy, after the show, we'll put a side bet on it.
No, I don't bet on this game, because you know what? You just never know what they do.
It's just a $10 gift card. We'll side bet it at the end.
Yeah, you can think we're going to do that, but I'm not. I'm going to tell you this right now. I will not bet on this game. I will not bet on what War Commander people do, because you know what?
I love playing with you. You're so much fun.
I know. But here's the deal. Let's see. The DCs are definitely for use. Justice for the number of one.
Why not make it so some units don't count to your main?
Okay, he's talking about the DCs, and it's hard to fix something that isn't easily reproducible.
Well,
like the uniques. Like you can kill the Thor units. You just go scrap them, get some more Thor and build them. But the unique units, yeah, you just can't repair them by scrapping them and rebuilding them. I get what he's saying there.
This whole thing's going to be a very when it comes to disconnect, there's multiple reasons, and there are always going to be multiple reasons.
I've spent 5 years in QA. I know exactly what he's talking about, and he's 100% correct.
You can't ever make everything happen right in front of them.
No, I mean, even there. I mean, working with the company that I'm working with at the moment, the game's literally just come out of beta, and there are hundreds of different things that can happen at any one time, and some of the stuff that happens, you have to be able to reproduce it in a testing environment in order to get it to fix. And sometimes the steps that are there aren't all the same.
And plus, there's so many different browsers nowadays.
It's not even browser. Sometimes it's hardware.
Yeah, sometimes it's hardware. Sometimes it's internet.
I've encountered bugs where it's shown up as two completely different graphics cards, for instance. And the guy only had one of them, but in two different logs, it showed two different cards.
Oh, wow. That's unique.
It's something I've never encountered before in 10 years of computer work.
Well, another one that I find, when people saying they're having like loading issues, they don't realize that the browser they're using is due for update. They don't realize that
Google just did an update yet last night. No,
or they never actually shut down their computers. They just let it go into sleep mode, so they never actually realize that they have their settings set up to not get notified when their Windows is due for an update.
Yeah.
So their Windows needs an update, and y'all don't think it matters, but your Windows not being up to date actually does play into what you're able to do and not do in this game.
I mean, you just mentioned putting the computer to sleep. Never do that.
No, sleep is not
it's terrible. No, it's a terrible idea. It's like people go, they walk away, their computer goes into sleep mode, and they just and it's because
I have mine turned off.
Ryan,
To sleep.
no, the legacy, it wasn't a legacy card. It was two completely different graphics card, and he only had one. He only had the one, and he didn't even have the other one. It was only one card that he had, but it showed up with two different driver sets.
And there's another one. The internet connection, is it stable? Is it unstable? I've seen them. I've played with players that have had their internet is throttled.
Now
And
I have a
that's a bitch.
having Storm Chase here. I have a question, and this is probably something that can be debunked for people who don't know. Living closer to Kixeye or living on the other side of the world from Kixeye, does that
There is no
actually
difference.
have
No difference.
No difference whatsoever. Kixeye don't have their servers in house,
No, they don't.
so it wouldn't
Because
matter.
I live 25 minutes from Kixeye, and I know people who live on the other side of the world who have better.
Nutcracker has better connection than I do. I'll tell you that right now.
And he's in the UK, and you're in Florida, and I literally live 25 minutes from Kixeye. I live right down the road. I can jump on the 101 and drive right to their building.
Did you say drive right through their building?
No, right to.
Oh, yeah.
Why Will Harvey has personal security.
No, I can drive to T-O, not through.
Okay, just
right
clarifying that little.
I could go and get on a plane, fly to San Francisco, and go punch Will Harbin in the face, but it's going to take a while, but I could still do it.
yeah. Well, I have to go buy a car or steal a car because I refuse to drive in this god awful state. But no, I said too. No, I'm not a domestic badass. No.
Storm Chaser doesn't have first-hand knowledge of the server situation. It'd be a better question for Friendly Fixer.
And guys,
Well,
if you
thank
do
you.
message these guys, Friendly Fixer does respond. It might take them a little, not days. I'm talking about if you text a
And
message.
please don't try to drive through our building.
Storm, no. The best I can do is take the BART to San Francisco. That's it.
If you guys message these guys, they do get back to you. They do respond. It's not like the old days where Sulaco would go into hiding if you messaged him, or a moderator's the only thing you can get a hold of half the time. These guys are more willing to answer your messages. Don't get me wrong; they're probably getting flooded because they answer everything on Discord. I swear to God.
Oh my God, it's like a never-ending revolving door there.
It is, and they're always.
Grand Central Station doesn't even get that much activity.
And I'll
I've
tell you
never
what,
been in Kixeye's Discord. They put that out long after I disappeared.
it's been
You're not-
really, really informative. But don't get me wrong, we still have trolls in there, just like we had in forums.
Uh-huh.
There's always going to be that select few.
And I really appreciate every time they ban a certain one, but he still keeps popping back up. Jesus.
Which one?
I refuse to say the name.
No
Send-
name to
Put
be
it in the
mentioned.
side chat.
You know which one. He's your biggest fan.
Oh, he's my biggest fan. Is that one, is it?
It's your lover from another mother.
I thought it was another dickhead.
Oh, no.
No, it's just that one. Oh, and guess what? He decided the other day he was going to try and stalk me.
Oh, he stalks me all the fucking time. I think he's still got an alt parked in my sector.
He probably does.
Damn tool shed.
And he still will not attack me. Talks big shit, won't do it.
Yeah, he made this comment in my global the other day that they need to make a cooking game for women because we have no idea on how to play War Commander.
Oh yes, I've heard him say that to several women. Actually, he does target women. He really does target women. It's kind of disgusting.
And I'm sitting there thinking, and I happened to catch it because I had just logged on and I had seen that. I said, "You need to shut that fuck up." And well, guess what? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. All right, so let's get ready to wrap this thing up. They say muting a conversation is beneficial or Iron Hand. We have muted that son of a gun several times.
No. They are mutually beneficial conversations, not
me.
muting.
Roy.
I just got mute in my mind because I muted that son of a bitch on almost every account, and then he shows up on a whole another one.
Darling dear, how long has your day been? Oh my God.
Oh, you don't want to know. It's been one of those. I just want to bring up.
And then there's Tyrone. Thank you, Tyrone. Way to be the name dropper. LOL.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say name dropper, but tag dropper.
All right, so let's get ready to wrap this puppy up. Well, the last thing I want to address, though, is definitely we started touching on it is the resource.
Yawn, jeez, that's just.
Carlin, I'm beat. You have no idea. It comes down to this resource. We were talking about it saying between 350, 450. I still don't think Kickside needs to upgrade, turn upgrades on there. And I really do not think the hangar, the barracks, or the war factory need upgrade times there.
No, because we just had a round of them.
And I don't think the workshop really needs it either, to be honest. Now, the power plants, I could kind of see, some of us
in
are.
all actuality, if you max out all 5, you're sitting pretty fancy.
Yeah, but I can see reasons why you might want to still. You know what I'm saying? Add a couple levels to them. Not like need to, but wouldn't probably hurt. Airfield, helipad, I don't see really need to upgrade. Towers, bunkers, absolutely. Drone silos, I don't think so. Rocket silos, maybe a level or 2 for a little more armor, considering all the stuff that's coming out. Missile silo, absolutely not. Go-go bar, absolutely not. Thorium.
Yeah, we do.
What we do what?
I'd say maybe 2, 3 tops if you're going to do them.
On what? Which one?
The Thor bolts.
I see maybe going a little higher. I don't see it being a must.
Maybe 2 on a stretch if they're feeling froggy to give something more levels to upgrade.
The thorium mine, that's up to you, Kickside. I really don't see it being necessary. Oil pumps and the metal storage pumps, nah, not really. To be honest, I think it really comes down to the CC, the towers, and the storage problems. They're
Armory. If they can't give us more levels on the armory, give us another armory like they give us another helipad.
I don't think it's not. See, to me, the armory is not a problem. My mind is keep going to, okay, the Romeo or whatever.
Romero.
Romero's going to be only 100 capacity. That's great. But what's going to happen after him? You're going to throw another one at us with 560 something?
Yeah, especially after what they did with Cerberus.
And then you got 3 defensive units total, 3 factional defensive units. We got the Judge, but that means there's going to be a Corpus and there's going to be a Sentinel. So they're going to be at 560 apiece.
No, a Corpus and a Survivor.
Excuse me, Corpus and Survivor, but that's still another 1,200. We're going to 1,100 that we're going to have come out of our thing. Yes, we can switch one to armory or not, but it's still the fact that we keep getting bigger and bigger units. We gotta carry more and more units. It's just the storage is just becoming a problem. At the rate we're going, we're only going to have large units and not be able to carry anything else. Just my opinion. I'm hoping a lot of people understand that, but
it's a completely valid opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they keep throwing big units at us, and we just keep getting other. And then on top of it, we get big units, and then we still get all the small units that we got to carry now. You got to carry the 150 units, and they're very large. What are they? 400 again? I forget what they are in size.
Which ones?
The Cerberus.
Hold on. Oh shit!
Yeah, they're not small. I know that.
No,
300. No, that's range. 375 in size.
They've got the size of a ground unit.
375 per one, each one. Only 8 fit in a platoon, so they're not exactly little things either. So I mean, they're just slamming so many big units at us. it's just not going to keep working. We're just going to start running out of space.
All right, wrap it up, Roy. Wrap it up.
I think it's time to get
Yeah, everybody's starting to get tired. They're starting to drop out.
hell. Half the damn of our panel decided to drop out tonight.
Yeah, they fell. It's late. What is it?
10 to 4, and it's 5 to 4 in the goddamn morning. So wrap this bitch up.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I got it on the other account because Brandy dropped out and didn't say nothing.
Oh shit.
It's okay. No big deal.
Yeah, she dropped out 2 minutes ago. So just wrap it up and get on the other one quickly.
Ryan.
Go faster.
Yeah, he says go faster.
Go faster, or the show's just going to end.
It might probably be a good idea.
Come on.
Now I got my power back. Woohoo! They're looking and doing an interesting thing with the walls. Oh, great. Somebody asked for walls. How about if you add like 10, 15 walls? That'd be nice. All right, moving on. Let's do the shout outs why everybody's still what's left is here. Start with Brandy. Or not Brandy, Killer Queen.
I had a great night with everybody. Just keep doing what you do. Good luck with everything. I mean, we'll see what comes. 2 weeks on the 15th. It's going to be interesting. Be something definitely to look forward to. Don't hold your breath. You might turn black and blue and pass out. And just keep playing the game. Have fun. And thank you for being here with us on a Thursday night, Friday morning for anybody who's across the pond.
Very early Friday morning, I might add.
Yeah, I'm saying Friday morning. It's only going on 8 o'clock for me, but I'm in California, so.
All right, Archangel.
Hey, I'm gonna say shout out to the panel. It was a great conversation. I really enjoyed it. I was just wondering if anybody's judged. If you know how when you press on the unit and it gives you the range, it doesn't do that for that. I was just wondering, was that a glitch? So you would know how the space between attack and non-attack. That's just something.
Minimum range, no matter what level it is 500. So anything closer than 500, it will not shoot. I do know for a fact. Maximum range right now, mine is 4 going to 5, and I'm already at 1,050.
Yeah. But other than that, shout out to Sector 80 as always. Thank you for having me on this week, and everybody have a good night. Good morning to those that are getting up.
Yeah, Dr. Phil.
I'd have to go do this shit, I tell you.
Oh, you weren't sleeping anyways.
I tried, trust me, I tried. It didn't work.
All right, you're up, sir.
I mean, of course, with Storm Chaser being in the chat tonight, it's a great opportunity to interact with him, of course. Even though I've been away for a long damn time, and I'm going to stay away from the game forever because I can't stand War Commander and I can't stand Kixeye. No offense to Storm Chaser, but that's exactly how I feel about that entire situation. Kixeye have done too many wrongs for anything to be right, in my book. But of course, I may not be around all the time, and when I do drop in, I drop in and I do shit well, and I will be dropping in for the CC update. I guarantee you that I will be here, and I'm going to rip it to fucking pieces because that's what I do best.
Put it in your diary.
Oh, I marked it on my goddamn calendar.
I don't think you're going to rip it. I think we're going to probably be. It's going to happen. I think. Let me check my calendar here. It's going to be It's going to happen on a Wednesday. So Thursday, I want to start counting how many times they bring it down.
As soon as it goes live, you start that counter. Because after the debacle that happened with the last 3 of them, yeah, I don't doubt that something might go horribly wrong.
Storm, I'm going to be honest. When it comes to Phil, I don't think he'll ever start the game again. But he's so passionate for the people itself, the people that play this game. That's why he keeps sticking around. He'll probably never touch and start his game again, but he's always going to keep fighting for the people. And that's why Phil's still here.
I do what I do.
The people's voice.
The people's voice.
Yeah, the people's voice. You're fired.
All right, so on that note, it comes to me. I want to shout out to Kickside. Well, excuse me, let me not say Kickside in general. Let me say the War Commander crew. They have busted their ass recently with all. Yes, there's been a lot of ups and downs, but they have really been out there answering questions, getting into Discord. If you're not on Discord, you really need to get on Discord with these guys. They do talk to us. They don't hide. So much more impressive, this crew. Don't forget to come back Sunday. We'll probably do some PvP. If you missed it, I think Socrates was defending his base. He was kind of quiet tonight, but I knew he had a lot of going on. I probably should have been in the mix myself.
What just happened?
Sorry, carry on.
He's trying to get Phil to open up his account again.
Yeah, there's a 50,000 coin price tag on that.
Yeah, actually, there is somebody still got a price on their head, isn't there?
Yeah, I've got a price on somebody other bloody head as well, except I know how to get people to do it for me for free.
I have a 3-drink minimum. You need like a 5-drink minimum to get you.
I need a 50-drink minimum.
Actually, I know it's. Wait a minute, you're wrong because I've gotten you to log in one night.
Yeah,
That is an exception rather than the rule.
Not an exception, sir. Did you log in when I told you such and such was in the sector?
Again, that is the exception rather than the rule, and you know why.
Ah.
All right.
All right, so we're going to get on out of here, folks. I just want everybody to be safe. Be here on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to go again live, and hopefully we'll hopefully have more of information on what is going to happen next. And we're out of here. Peace.